Alright guys, welcome to Astroneer. This will be our first look today. What's so funny? I already have a couple hours into the game, as you can tell. I'm not going to do a fresh look. Seems pretty badass. I still haven't found everything. There's a lot more I can do yet. But I have a vehicle and a shuttle. And what can I really show off here? I'll just go through everything I have already here. I have storage here. You can put stuff onto this. The printer can create various things. Drill battery, generator, yada yada yada. Get the gist. There are solar panels you can put on to these, which when there's daylight it'll energize them. And there's actually an advanced one. Solar panel and then solar. Solar panel I think generate more energy. Fuel condenser. This pretty much just creates fuel for your space shuttle, which comes in handy to explore and, you know, yield more things, resources and whatnot. And this will generally go over here and into the shuttle. Pretty much full already, so I just drop all my canisters next to it. See if it'll take any more. It looks like they attach and they'll act as surplus. But yeah, that can probably launch about 8 or 9 times. It eats up a bunch when you launch. This is the vehicle bay. These all take various resources to make. Yeah. When there's no daylight, your panels will not work, obviously, to energize these. So you gotta put power cells onto them. Then here's the research. Oh, this is the trade platform. I haven't used it much, but it looks like you can trade in resources for various resources. Pretty much just trade them up. Here's the research bay. It's a little bugged here. My platform is overlapped. And I accidentally made another habitat here, and it's like bugged out. I don't know how to delete it. It's even possible. I'll do that eventually, but for now it's gonna have to stay the way it is. Here's a research facility. Basically you find stuff that are called unknowns, and you throw them onto it. And yeah, then you can research. All these need power, obviously. When you research, you get various resources, or you can get you can find out new materials, like new mats, new things to create. As you saw on the printer, I could do with the drill bit, you know, the drill head, all that stuff. You find mats by doing the research, and you can create more things. Here's something I created, just a stupid little sculpture. I don't know who, well, I guess you can mold pretty much anything in the world. That's pretty cool. That out. Here's a penis I made. I know, straight off the bat, it has the balls and everything. I know it's ridiculous. You can pretty much.
Go. That's what I was waiting for.
It is. It was so funny when I watched that tutorial though. The guy's like, I know some of you out there will be using the terraformer to make penises and whatnot, but when you're done doing that, I'm like, oh my god. He called me out right away. You can pretty much dig. It uses power, which is on your backpack here. You also have your oxygen, which depletes, so you need to use tethers from your base to explore out, but there's an issue with the game now. If you do too many of them, like I had like 100, 150 out, like all over, it'll start lagging your frames really bad. So I went back and deleted them all. I kept this one that goes down to the cave, which I explore. I'll show you that then. So I wouldn't advise using a lot of tethers now until the devs get it, you know, tweaked out, because it still needs some work. But yeah, terraforming is an awesome thing about this game. You can literally dig as far down as you want. I saw a video of one of the devs, he literally fell through the planet. And then with Alt, you can raise it back up. Like so. And then with Control, you can smooth it out. See that? It's pretty wicked. You can create anything you want. It's pretty much like Minecraft on crack with its own molding and whatnot. Okay. I don't have everything built yet. This is just like after maybe 6 hours. Find... Pretty sure there's an energy cell over here. There was. Huh. Must not be here anymore. You'll find random cells which have a lot of energy, a lot of oxygen, whatnot. Well, that sucks. I have a vehicle, but I need more power for it. I don't have any power. Feels bad. Copper, aluminum. Oh yeah, here's the smelter. You throw various resources on here and then it will make what you want. Malachite will make copper, and then another resource that'll make aluminum. You throw it on here, and if you have power, you can convert it. And then there's resin, which you advance your base with. Once you put 2 resins onto here, you can make a whole new platform. Oh shit, I need power, really. It was weird, like I had a bunch of power up on the vehicle, but it ate it away, I think over time, so I wouldn't suggest doing that. I just put it next to it for now, so it doesn't eat through it. It was super odd, I don't know what was going on with it. Odd mechanics. Okay. Let me just show you the shuttle here. Show you how you can explore a little bit. And find more resources. I'm mainly probably going to find compound. You could also get power cell batteries. You can get oxygen tank enhancers and stuff. You can usually leave with this stuff. So basically have more resources while you're out. The vehicles will also give you oxygen. You can run the oxygen thingies from them as well, just like you can from the base. Usually you can find like compound resources in bundles. That's usually where I try to go to, but I don't know where the power cells would be. I don't have any tethers. No matter what I do here, sort of screwed unless I find... there's compound clouds. See those? You want to land on those and I can make some tethers. I think there's a bunch near my base, which... super odd. Let's land here and see if we can find some. I need to get power so I can power up my truck. Well, if anything, you'll at least see how the shuttle works. You can't control it. You can just pick where you land, which it's still cool. I mean, it would have been nice to be able to fly around. They might add this stuff in the future. The devs have a lot of plans for the game. Okay. Oxygen. Just suck this off the walls, and it will use it as oxygen for you. Usually underneath these, yep, you'll find stuff you can research. Here's the unknowns I was talking about. Now, these plants will spit poisonous gas at you, and you will die. If I die here, it's gonna scare me. Yeah, you take these back to that research facility and throw them on it, and then research it. You're good to go. Here's power cells. This is what I need for the vehicle to run. I can get a good amount. There's fuel. There's more fuel for the ship. That just turns right into the fuel automatically, which is super nice. Okay, we got power. And you will suffocate rather quickly, so you need these to really survive. Or the oxygen tank enhancers. Alright, I have enough for fuel for the vehicle now. Go back and show you my cave that I go to really... yeah. Find a lot of resources out of being out.
Hibernate.
I could, technically.
Hibernate.
Now, I might be able to attach this to the ship. So this is another form of way to research gather. You can also put storage units on it, which work pretty well. I have one on my truck. I'll explain that in a bit. See, I can put the... yeah, it is pretty much like a Lego truck. See, I can put that on the back of this and then fly back and research it, so... if I could somehow get a storage unit on here, I could travel around and, you know. Oh wow, there's an okay. Here's an oxygen cell, so you can see this. I was looking for my buildings. I'm really not that far away from here. You can see the icons for my building, my vehicle. Well, it shows 2 buildings there because I made that extra habitat by accident. But yeah, you go up to these cells and just suck them up. And if you find a power one, it's really nice. There's a bunch of reasons here. But I should have enough for drop one of these. I just need enough to get my truck back to my base. You get the gist of it. Alright, got plenty of power cells. Now I can just fly back. And you know, technically... Wow, there's a bunch down here too. Wow. Okay, that's gonna be risky. I'm gonna drop this, grab that, and run off my oxygen tank. I gotta get back to my spaceship quick enough. You'll see the little blue bar here. It'll go down quick, but vehicles will oxygenate you. That's why the tethers really aren't that useful once you get these. So you don't really need to run a bunch of them. Plus with the lag and everything. And you just think you can do this in various forms to come get resources or whatever you want. To be honest. Alright, now I gotta revolve around here until I see my home, which will come around again. You'll see. Can always get back to where you started. Whee! These other planets. I don't know if you can get up to these. I don't know if they're going to add this stuff in the future or whatnot. I think you're just limited to the one planet now. I might be wrong. It's $20 on Steam. I'm sure it'll go on sale in a couple months, but it's definitely worth 20 bucks. 100%. Okay, there's my home. I'm right back down onto it. To make all this stuff, it varies between resin to expand. Compound is one of the main ones, and for me it was hard to come across. I mean, I had to explore more. Copper, aluminum, titanium, you know, you get the gist. Okay, I have all the power cells I need. Now, the power cells fuel the vehicle. And you'll see on the side here, you have bars that fill up. I don't know if it'll fill off of my storage unit. It should, and it does. Nice. So, that's actually pretty. Now, I'm not going to throw all these onto here, because it did eat my stuff last time. Like, I left a bunch of them on here, and they just depleted. It was sort of gay. I don't know if it's a bug or what. Vehicles are a little weird. They sort of glide around and, I don't know, it's like you're skiing or on ice the whole time. But, this is very nice to have. And it seemed like when I put a lot of stuff on it, it weighed it down, which was sort of annoying. Am I crushing my materials? No. Okay. Didn't crush. Good. So, take these off just so it doesn't eat them up. Let's do it. I'll leave one on there. And they will power up your vehicle. So the power is pretty much fuel for that. At first I thought it was the fuel for this, but they're separate. Now to research. Throw it on your research bay. When you have power to it. Why I recommend putting solar panels on them. Or solars. Solars are first off. Solar panels will come later. Okay, this gave me titanium, which is used. So far, what I know it's used for is tanks, which are like oxygen tanks, which come in handy. As you can see, you can generate a bunch of things right from your backpack. Different material needed and whatnot. If you research something, it'll say like windmill unlocked or whatever, you know. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you the cave system. I know I have a cave out here, which I can use. Some here. A fuel there. And you can also put these power cells onto any of these, and it will power them just right away. You don't have to wait for the solar panels and whatnot. But here's probably the best way to resource gather. You can use a shuttle and throw stuff onto that and your backpack from different parts of the planet, or you can come on down to a cave, which is where I'm at right now. They have 2 more research things I didn't throw in. They should attach. See? It does weigh the vehicle down though, which sort of sucks. It seemed like it weighed it down, so you'll see it's a bit harder to drive. And then if you need resources, find a cave. You can dig into it. There's usually entrances, or there's ways you can fall in, like here. You can obviously dig down from the side, like from the ground in. I'll show you that quick. Pretty much common sense, but this is a really nice way to resource gather once you have a storage unit on your truck, which also takes its own resources that you need and whatnot. Gotta learn the game a bit. That's about it. Caves right here, so see if we can just dig right down in. Make a pathway. See? Something like that. Pretty much the same general concept. Get down into a cave. And I think this stuff regenerates, like the resources should come back. Like once you grab it, I don't think it goes away forever. That would sort of, after so many hours of gameplay, you know, it would be a pain in the butt. Dug out here quite a bit. Fill in the holes. I think it's called terraforming.
Terraforming!
Yeah.
Like on Mars!
Yeah, you can pretty much make a pathway to anything. It's really intuitive. Here's another thing I can research. And you can see I put tethers down here for oxygen purposes. And these things will poison you, like before. Holy crap. Let me show you some resource gathering quick. You'll find plants and whatnot. You already saw how to line up the power cells and everything else. Okay. Malachite. There's fuel, and here's laterite. This stuff is used to make copper, I believe. You transform it. Grab more fuel. Go do a run back to the base, you know. Keep an eye on your oxygen because, yeah, it's no bueno. And there's usually, in the caves especially, there's usually extra oxygen and whatnot. And it lasts a good amount of time for you to explore through. The devs did hotfix the FPS today. I don't trust it with the tethers though, so I'm still not going to really make it many. You come down here, you mine, take it back to your base, and from what I've seen so far, you can just throw the stuff on the ground. You can also make storage units, and it seems to stay. I don't know if storms will affect that. Okay, so as you can see, have... Oh, I'm in the game. Sometimes it bugs when you try to terraform and stuff. You gotta be careful you don't get stuck. Like also when you terraform, or no, when you make a new platform at your base, if you're near it, and you'll get stuck inside of it. Just a couple little things. It is pre-alpha, but it's very well done for a pre-alpha game. I'm super impressed. And there is co-op. I'll show that off in another video once some friends are on. Which the multiplayer seemed to work very well. I mean, obviously your friend has to be on for you to be able to play in their game, which doesn't really suck that much. I mean, just play your own game, and then when friends are on, you can join each other's games. Okay. See if I can research some things that will give me new things to craft. I've already done a bunch of these. And yeah, sometimes I don't think the unknowns will spit gas. It's usually just the things, the plants. If you dig underneath them, there's always more stuff to research. More unknowns will come out. Tethers take compound, I believe. For me, compound was sort of a pain in the ass to come by. But once you Get it? You can make a whole stack of tethers out of, you know, one stack of compound, so it's not that bad. This part's sort of annoying, moving these around, but you have to do it. I just pretty much run them up, you know. Oh, don't die. Fall damage can kill you. Plant poison can kill you. And also, when there's sandstorms and stuff, like little blocks will fly by, and if they hit you, they'll knock you on your ass and kill you. Just run these up to here. I'll stack them, take what I can. What I can, I'll just grab next time I do a run down here. So it's an efficient way to get a lot of resources at once. If I wanted to be 100% efficient, I would fill my backpack all the way up and make sure my storage on my truck's all the way filled. If you only have one of these, you can drop it and sprint, and then grab it and then sprint. But if you're carrying one, it doesn't let you sprint, so. Alright, sandstorm. Alright, I'm in my vehicle, I'm safe, and I'm just going to hide down in here until it passes. When that sandstorm starts, your guy will not be able to move because of the wind. He'll move very slowly, and blocks will fly all over the place. They will kill you. If you're at your base, you can hide in your habitat. So once that passes, it only takes about 30 seconds normally. Another unknown, holy shit. They're all over the place. Especially if you dig underneath the poisonous plants, you'll usually find them. This is a very efficient way to gather resources. Yeah, see. Yeah, if I go out there, my guy will move very slow. So you can hear the blocks hitting. Yep, if they hit me, I will die. Which isn't that big of a deal, since I can just run back here, but... To save your game, you gotta enter a vehicle or enter your habitat. And you could see how massive the world was when we went up in the shuttle. It's pretty crazy. Could pass by here. Watch, I'm not getting clipped. Alright, I'll just leave these in here. I'll grab them next time I come back. Do I have any... Okay, the storm passed. Alright. Normally I'd have my backpack completely full, you know? Then you go back to your base. Now let's see if it weighs down. Last time it was really clunky when I had a bunch of stuff on here. Not so bad this time. Also had stuff on in the front too. Go right back to your base. And loot run successful. Yay. Now let me show you this as well. You bring the... Well, let me clear the vehicle off first. Show the resources down on the ground. As you can tell, everything's still here. I haven't had any issue with stuff just depleting besides the energy on the vehicles. I could run back and grab the other 4 unknowns as well. Oh. Research. See if it gives me something new to build. No, titanium. Seems like these red ones will give titanium more so. Which is rather annoying, but sometimes you will get new things to build out of them. I'm starting to think that the red ones have more of a chance for the good old titanium, you know. Now the sun is not out, so I can grab power cells and power it this way. Come on down here. You throw these on solar panels. Should eat them right up. See? Eating right into it. Bam. Now you can research again. I think it's just going to be... Yep, it's titanium every time. So, yeah. These red things are titanium. The green ones might be... There's different ones all over the place, but you get the gist. For the rest of the resources I have here. Lots of fuel. I can pretty much fly a crap ton of times with all this. You don't have to, you know, transform the fuel. It just comes automatically. It's weird. You would think you'd have to throw the plant into here and then convert it. Okay, I showed off the shuttle. Get the gist. Alright, now let me show you the add-ons you can get for the vehicles. If it works. This is clunky. Like, to get it to go onto the truck is a little clunky, because the spaceship always sits right in front of the, Yep, see? It always attaches to the damn shuttle, which is annoying. I don't understand what connecting this does, but you can connect this. There you go. Okay, but let's show you here. You can make a crane, a 3-seater. I want to get it to work on the shuttle. You can get another seat on the shuttle. So if you have a friend here, see? You can both travel. Crane you can't put on unless you have the seat off, but sort of confusing because... Yeah. I don't know how you'd fly it without that. And I was also thinking, wow, I need to make 2 trucks, right? But you really don't have to make 2 trucks. Say you want to go and drill and take the storage off, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not, maybe you can't. I was almost positive you could. I was thinking take the storage off and just put a crane on it and swap it, but not letting me. See, the chair you can take off. Put onto there. Storage must be permanent. So I would need another truck, I guess, right? I wanted to show you the crane, because I haven't messed with the crane yet, but you can get a crane and put a drill bit on it. Okay, you get the gist, though. A crane is just a crane. You put on the back here, where the storage unit is, and you can drill. Damn, I really thought I could remove the storage. I can't, though. So I'd have to make another truck, if possible, and then put a drilling unit on that, and then just have 2 separate vehicles. Okay, here's my drill. I don't know. I don't know how to use it yet. I really don't. I'll have to figure that out in the future. As of right now, that's really all I can think about showing you. Oh yeah, here. This is how you save, or getting in a vehicle. This will also save you from sandstorms as well. Even though he leaves the door open, it's a little odd. But... yeah, that's pretty much it for that. You always get oxygen when you're near your base. That's where you know, place the tethers from. That's really all I have to show right now. But yeah. Game's great though, honestly. I really think it's amazing. I just hope it doesn't get too repetitive later on, you know, once you unlock everything.